And we're live. Let's see here. Let's make sure I got my mic positioned over close to my face. Does this work? Okay. All right, Ashburn fans. Here we are at tomorrow's ice home rink in Abington, Maryland. Team's waiting to get on the ice. We're a couple minutes out from scheduled game time, about 3 or 4 minutes to go. Ice is freshly cut. Coaches have thrown some pucks out, but not quite ready to go. I think we're missing some referees still. Officials. Trying a slightly different microphone. I noticed listening to last week's broadcast that I was tending to blow out the mic a little bit. So possibly that's just me talking too loud, but when I did a comms check earlier, so a test stream, I found that if I don't put the mic real close to my face, then it's pretty hard to hear what I'm saying. Here comes Coach Reed. Coach Real, I'm sorry. Oh, there he was. He was looking for the officials too, and we have some officials. So it looks like we may actually have a hockey game after all. Today's game brought to you by the Interstate Highway System, as usual. By the miracle of the modern automotive industry, which got us all here. In particular, give props to Toyota, makers of the Toyota Prius. 2010 Toyota Prius. It's old, but it still got me here. At probably less fuel cost than anybody else. Or at least anybody from Ashburn. Considering it's amazing. It takes $20 to fill up the tank. And thing gets, I don't know, 450 miles to a tank. I think we're going to go ahead and close this gate here. Because I'm trying not to trip and kill myself. It's a little bit of a chilly rink here. Guess that makes sense considering there's a giant block of ice, but always amazed sometimes how comfortable certain rinks are. In particular, Ashburn and what is now known as MedStar. But it'll always be Kettler to me. I guess when you got money, you can build something a little more comfortable. Although we've been at some other rinks that are where the construction of the building seemed relatively sketchy, but they were warm, especially when they've got a nice heating system. Mostly I'm just cold because I was sitting down on the bench, which benches are cold. At least they're plastic, unlike some rinks where the benches are just aluminum. Just really, aluminum, such great heat conductivity. Sucks the heat right out of your butt. I think Luke's going to be in goal today. At least that was our expectation since Armand played last game, and gives them each a chance to play against this particular Maryland team. And actually, I don't... Is Armand even here? I guess Luke's playing because I don't even see Armand out there on the ice. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe he just had something else to do today. It happens. I always try to make a little extra effort to double check that if we can't make a game, that I confirm with Armand's folks that he will be there. And I hadn't heard from them, so I assume they. Of course, possibly Armand just talked to Luke or something. This is, one of the fellow parents doing the perp walk. Names withheld to protect the guilty. Clock's about to run out on the warm-ups, and we should get started in just a few moments here. See how we do against this Maryland team. Round 2. Warm-ups just ended. I see a few more people join the stream. And we should get started in just a moment. Luke's in goal. I believe Armand is not even here. I don't see him out there on the ice anyway. Nor in the stands, so not sure where he is, but I hope everything's all right with that. Probably has some sort of family conflict. That's allowed. I think it's allowed. Brady. Come here. Pick it up and take it. We have a future generation of hockey player. All right, Brian lines up for the face-off. Jack and I think that's Paul on the far side on wing. Actually, no, it's looks like maybe it's Spencer. Trying to read the numbers. I couldn't see. It's actually Tim. All right. Jack comes up with the puck after the face-off. He's battling along the boards. A little energetic start to this game. Scramble. Brian keeps it in. Mason just behind him. Brian sends it around, tries to send it around behind. Mason comes in, dumps it back into the corner. With Tim and Brian will both, it's going to come bouncing out to Kyle. Tries to send it back in, and we're going to reverse direction. It's Mason solely responsible for stopping that breakaway. Wow, when I say solely responsible, Luke's kind of got part of that job too. All right, comes out. Tim gets it out of the zone, hands it off briefly to Jack, who tapped it back before heading to the bench. Tim battling for it behind the net. We've got our first line change. It looks like Brody, Landon, and Tim is still out, although he's heading to the bench. It looks like Charlie's out. I think Charlie is now playing D, and Bobby. Paul comes out to complete the line change, replacing Tim. Brody whiffs it. Bobby taps it up. It's going to come all the way into the zone. Landon tries to get it, but can't quite get there before they stick it away. Bobby bumps it back in. Brody and Landon, and then Paul, all three in the corner, battling for possession against the Tomorrow's Ice. They're going to tap it back, and that was Brody behind the net. Couldn't quite get it away. Comes up. Bobby stops it at the point. They send it back to Bobby. This time he gets it in neutral ice. Pauses, passes up to Paul. Can't get a clean reception on it. That's going to be icing on Tomorrow's Ice. Soon to be yesterday's news. Oh, I used that joke last week. It's going to come all the way back. And the third line's out. So we've got Zach, Spencer, Will, and Joe. I'm sorry, Spencer is back on D. He was playing offense last week, as I recall. He's back on D. Joey, Zach, and Will, Greg, and Spencer on D. All right, that's Zach in the corner. Tries to pass it back to the net to Joey, but Joey had already come out into the paint. Will picks it up in the corner. He'll drive it. Oh, tries to go behind the net. There's too much pressure from the defense, and he turns it around. Joey and Zach have it on the other side now. The corner. Zach takes it behind the net. Looks for the pass, hands it up to Spencer. Spencer tries to bring it along the boards. Oh, and he actually kind of does. He lost the possession for a while. That's Will, long to Greg. Greg shot. Deflected wide of the net by defense. Possibly by the goalie. It was hard to tell who got the stick on it. Joey back to hands off to Zach. Tries to put it in the paint. Joey's battling for possession, man. Doing a nice job, two of them. Joey and Zach working together. Will on the far side waiting for some action. Tomorrow's Ice gets it out. It's going to be all the way down. Greg sends it around the boards. Back out in neutral zone. All the way around. I mean, all the way down. That's icing against Greg. They were actually kind of smart. I mean, it came right by. The guys just didn't touch it because they knew it was going to be icing call, I guess. Yeah, had a lot of juice on him. He sent it from like all the way behind the net, around the boards, all the way down to the far end. I guess you can only do that at the beginning of the game when the ice is clean. Brian takes face off it, battles. It comes right through the paint into the far corner. Nobody really got a stick on it. Shane gets possession, just takes it all the way. Shot, goalie off the pads, up high. It's going to come back around. Brian picks it up at the blue line. Has to do some moves there because there's some real pressure on him. That should be I thought it was going to be an offsides call, but we're going to get possession. Puck flicks up high to center ice. Tim tries to pick it up from behind. They're going to dump it in. Kyle pick it up behind the net. Accelerate. Up off the glass, up to Shane. Shane losing edge, goes down. Tim's there to help him out in the corner. That's mostly Tim. Well, he's passed to Brian right in front of the net. Gets a shot. Goalie deflects it. And they're going to dump it long. That'll be icing. Giving us a chance for another line change, I guess. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left. Score is still 0-0. We've had the scoreboard showing 2 shots to 0. That feels about right. Landon lines up with the face-off. Brody and Paul out there with him on offense. Charlie and Bobby. Maybe it was Charlie I was thinking of. I was surprised playing D. Luke really likes having him on D. Of course, Charlie's a great overall player. Real asset to our team. All right, that's Charlie long cross to Bobby. Bobby taps it in. Dumps it to the corner. lets Brody go chase it. On the far side, Paul's picking it up. Landon. Tomorrow's Ice gets a stick on it, gets it away from us, and then just can't decide who's going to go after it. And puck's just sitting there, everybody's staring at it. Charlie picks it up, tries to hand it up to Paul at the point, except Paul's not where he's supposed to be. Bobby across to Brody, who gets it, takes it just too close to the net for my comfort. All right, as Brody just finally got it out of there, from in front of the net. Charlie passes up to Brody, nice. Brody, tries to get it. Oh, there it goes. Brody did a beautiful deke. I think the goalie caught it with his toe, and then Zach got the rebound. And the score will be 1-0. With 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first period. Our fourth shot on goal, according to the shot counter. Fly on the back of the net. Double check the score sheet later for sure. I think that was Brody with the assist and Zach with the goal. Zach will take the face off. Hands back to Greg off the face off. Greg up to Will. Will takes it into the zone, gets blocked up by the defense, dumps it to behind the net. Joey picks it up there. He's battling for it, gets it away, centering to Zach, who takes a quick shot, but it ends up being wide. That was a nice play. Almost worked. Zach could have been like a few inches to the right. All right, Tomorrow's Ice trying to get it away from us. A little scramble back and forth. They're going to pick it up. Solid possession in the corner, get it out, but they can't get past Greg so easily. Greg dumps it in. It's no icing because he was not past the red line. Comes around to Zach. Pops up high off his stick. He ends up with possession back. Oh, tries to hand it off to Will. Actually, he was trying to hand it off to Joey, but Will picked it up from there. All right, Will's got it. Drives in front of the net, loses possession. Lets Greg take the shot. Greg shoots it too high. Brian coming off the bench. Uses his size advantage, just knocks somebody down. It's clean net, it's fine. Will hands it off to Brian. Brian takes a shot, and it's in. Score will be 2-0 on the board with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first period. Nice. All right, after the face-off, sorry, I just stopped commenting there. Take a moment to do a little wool gathering. And nice plays from Tomorrow's Ice. They got it right through and in front of our net, I believe. Couldn't get the shot off. Suddenly there's some scrambling there. They're going to pass it up to their person to the point. Number 20, that's Weston. She tried to get it away, couldn't quite. All right. Oh, puck's just loose right there in front of their paint, but we were too busy out of position to do much with it. They try to get past Mason. The puck gets past Mason, but the player doesn't. Kyle backhands it across the ice to Shane. Shane's up out into the neutral zone. We're going to lose possession there as they pass it up. Nice job. They're going to have to chase it. They got too much mustard on it they just got past their own player. That's Jack got a stick on it. Bouncing. Mason sends it out into neutral ice. They're sending it across. Doing a really nice job of passing, except until they did too much, and Brody came in and took it from him. Landon picks it up off of Brody's shot a little bit wide of the net there. Landon lets it go back to the point where Paul picks it up, does a nice long wrister. Almost a slap shot. I guess, yeah, sort of a wrister. Goalie will catch and hold, and play will stop. Nice fast action. Looks like Landon's going to take the next face-off. Stops to chat with Paul or with Bobby. I got the names right. I know their names by now. Honest, I do. All right. Bobby comes up with the puck after Landon takes the face-off. Brody got a stick on it there. Back of the corner. Brody taps it around. Landon has to go run for it. Tomorrow's Ice gets it, does a nice pass and through and takes it to the neutral zone. They got to get past Charlie and Bobby both. They get a shot off. It's wide. Luke's ready for it, but it didn't need to be. Brody, nice stick handling, tries to pass it up to Paul. He's a little bit wide, and Tomorrow's Ice got it instead. Bobby keeps it out of the zone. Brody's there. Hands it up to Landon. Landon dumps it and heads to the bench. Tomorrow's Ice tries to pass it up. Charlie stops it at the point. Waiting for it. Hands it back, dumps it back into the corner. Lets Paul go get it. Paul just outspeeds these guys. Takes it up to the point where Bobby taps it back the other direction. Paul's heading to the bench. Zach to Will. Will, fancy stick handling there. Tries to send it back to Paul. I'm sorry, to Zach, but it didn't work. Got stopped up in the line, and it's too much to describe. I can't even keep up with it. Charlie, they're going to dump it, do a line change. Charlie goes in the corner with one player that remains out. That was a quick line change on their part. They're really... All right, their goalie plays it back behind his net, sends it around. Past Will. Nice moves from their goaltender, willing to come out of the net. And nice job sending it around with plenty of energy. All right, Greg's got it neutralized. He's going to flick it up high over the players' heads. Dumps it behind the net. It's going to come. They're going to try and take it around. They can't get it past Will. Will scrambling for it in the corner. Like 2-on-1, now 2-on-2, or actually 3-on-2, as we're all in a pile in the corner. We came up with it, handed back to Spencer, who couldn't quite keep control of it, had to drift it back into the neutral zone. A few back and forth with Greg in the back end. Joey, shot, goalie deflects wide. Joey heads to the bench. Zach battling in the corner, 2-on-1, still doing a nice job. Tomorrow's Ice comes up with it, does a nice pass up. Past their player who's not looking in the right direction. Greg picks it up neutral ice, turns it around. He's going to drive it himself. Drop pass to Will. Nice move. Will tries to get a shot off. It gets deflected wide of the net. Back out to into the center where we're going to change direction. White will take it. Number 88, Woodson, drives into the net. Greg tries real hard to keep him or her away. Couldn't get the shot off. Went behind Luke's net. They're going to send it around. Luke actually covered it and held it for a change. 4:19 left on the clock. Score is 2-0. Ashburn's up. Who put that there? I think Brian took the face off. I'm sorry, I was distracted by this poor parent. Oh, they finally got a shot off. Luke deflects into the corner. Solid shot. Mason sends it out to neutral ice to Tim. Tim, long cross. Jack snaps it down out of the air, but can't get control of it. Tomorrow's Ice sends it around. I think that was Tim tapped it up to Kyle. Kyle sends it back behind the net. Jack picks it up, looking for a pass. Backhands it into the corner. That was nice. I thought it was, he passed it to no one, but the way it bounced, it came right to where Brian was. So he knows better than I do, I guess. As if these guys practice together a couple times a week. Jack, nice get. Just they try to get it away, and I think it was Tim got it from him, and then Jack was right in the right place. Kyle passes up to Jack. Jack gets past the red line and dumps it. Everybody heads to the bench. Landon's while they try to get control and pass it. Landon coming off the bench just takes it away and gets in the right place at the right time. Beautiful. Just be there. He was like the only Ashburn player in the whole zone, and just they hit it right into a skate. He managed to get a shot off there. Goalie caught it and held it. Sometimes amazing what one player who's just got a good eye, good hockey sense can do. Landon takes the face off, hands it back into Bobby. Bobby tries to hit it in. He clobbers Charlie who's just moved the wrong direction. Charlie lost his stick. A little comedy of errors. That's refs picking up Charlie's stick. And then just tosses it aside. That's interesting. Didn't get it very far. I guess he has to play that puck. All right, Brody slap shot from Bobby. Ended up sort of bouncing a little bit wide, a little less energy, I think, than he meant to get on it. Didn't get quite square on the puck. Puck was probably still bouncing. All right, that's Paul drifting off to the other. All right, Weston, number 20 on the other team. She's been a pretty strong player here. Spencer. Cross to Zach. Zach can't quite get there in time. He backhands it off behind the net. And we're going to have to try that one, see you get that puck back. They send it past their player a little too much speed, and gives Zach a chance to get in there. Like 3-on-1 scramble on the boards. Backhands it up to Greg at the point. Greg, cross, Spencer sends it. There looks like there's going to be a penalty. Will went down, so I think it's on them. Yep, Luke was coming out of the net as soon as he saw that hand go up, so it's definitely on them. And we will get an Ashburn power play. Score is still 2-0 for anybody who joined late. Minute and 28 seconds left in the first period. As Landon took a face-off, puck's going to come around to Kyle. That's Landon again. They managed to get it away from us despite the man advantage. Try to get it. They get past Kyle, and they're going to get a shot off. Luke deflects it. Pad save him to the corner. Kyle backhands it. Shane picks it up behind Luke's net. They're scrambling. Nice job. Kyle, didn't quite get the solid stick on it. I think he meant to. They whiff it. They had a chance for a shot, kind of over Shane, who was looking the wrong direction. All right, Landon's got the puck, sends it off the boards into the corner. We're gonna send a few personnel to the bench. Paul coming in, put some pressure on. They get it out into neutral ice. Shane and Zach right here. Shane up off the boards, bouncing into our attacking zone. All right, Zach, cross, Will. Why do we only have 4? Okay, there was 5 players. I guess we were busy doing a slow change there. I'm like looking around, so only counting 4 players on the ice. All right, Will to Zach. Zach takes it into the zone. Can't get a clean shot off. And time runs out. From the period, we will still have 32 seconds left of power play when play resumes in the second period. Score is 2-0. Ashburn is up. 9 shots to 2 on the shot counter, which again feels about right. Do you have anything to say for the fans at home? How do you feel the game's going so far?
Well, a lot of pressure in the offensive zone.
Pressure, yeah, a lot of pressure in the offensive zone. That's true.
Like a lot of passes across the slot, getting some opportunities.
I need to get a better microphone because it's probably hard to hear what you're saying because I got it right by my face.
Playing well though.
Playing well, yeah.
Playing a lot better than we played last week against this team, I think. So I don't want to jinx us. A lot of hockey left.
Yeah, plenty of hockey left. That's for sure. Knock on wood.
2 shots on goal after 1 period. I'll take that. Everything's good transition in the neutral zone. So let's go, boys.
All right. Now we do our first. I'm not sure that's my first interview. Man on the street interview.
Man on the street interview.
Man on the bench. Yeah, I was talking to the one of the dads from the other team who filmed for them, who was just describing how he wasn't doing it for hockey. He was like talking to a friend of his that was doing football games, and they were filming interviews in advance, and then whenever there was they were airing them, and like they had that set up, and really doing this for high school hockey or for football. But it's like I don't have the setup for that yet, but it'd be fun to do. I thought about interviewing the players. They were all standing here before the game. All right. Charlie backhands it into the corner. It's going to come around. Will pick it up. Couldn't get there in time. They're going to send it out to neutral ice. Skate all the way through. I think that's Brian chases it into the back. He tries to send it up. Charlie has to chase it a little bit. There's a nice centering pass. Bobby sends it behind the net. Charlie picks it up there. Takes it into neutral ice. Pass up to Will. Will sends it around the boards to the other side. Zach picks it up. Brian behind him trying to help out. It's going to come out. Tomorrow's ice. I keep forgetting what these teams called. Nice centering pass, but it does not work because Zach got there. He sends it skittering down the other direction. Number 20, one of the more notable players from my perspective from the other team. High sticking against Will, looks like. We will have our first penalty kill of the game. So, I heard a prediction of a shorty. All right, could be. Good. We're pretty good at the PK. That's true. All right, Brody took the face off. Puck comes skittering back all the way to Luke. He's going to tap it aside. Spencer will pick it up right in front of Luke's net. Hard off the boards, tries to get it out. They stop it at the blue line, dump it into the corner. Spencer is the only one who can get there in time. He's going to send it around the other direction. It hits the safety net, and play will stop. We're going to fade a little closer here because this is where I left my coffee. Oh. Brody takes face off. Greg ends up with it briefly. He's turned around, couldn't quite get control. They're lining up for that shot. Doing a nice job passing. 20 and 88. That could just be because they're the ones who are playing on the side of the rink. They're the ones I notice. Oh, that was true even when we were going the other direction. So, all right. Nice job on the D, despite the man advantage. We're not getting away from them, but they're struggling to line up a shot. That's Brody fighting for possession. Oh, very nice. Got it away. They had a good player. Oh, and it's in. Backdoor. So much for the predictions of a shorty. Well, I guess it's still possible. Oh wait, no. We'll get Will back. What am I saying? I think Luke will have some words for Spencer later. His number one thing, his commentary to me is always that, look, if the defense will try to play the puck, and he's commented a number of times. That's Paul. Lamb took the face off. Paul got the puck away. He took a shot as soon as he got into the zone. Kyle keeps it in, sends it back to Paul, bounces out to the center where Tomorrow's Ice got possession. They're trying to get it out, passing it back and forth. Having trouble getting it. All right, they get it out to neutral ice. Mason dumps it back in. We had to deflect because Paul was still in the zone. 1 point game here. Scores 2-1. Mason sends it into the zone, and Landon dumps it in backdoor. Nice. Yeah, the comments I was making before was, Luke's comment as a goalie is like, look, let me stop the puck, but you gotta keep that guy, that offensive player from the back door, because he can't guard both sides of the net at once, right? So when his D is just letting somebody stand there, and it means both, like, he can't stop that backdoor shot, and he's distracted by thinking about it. All right, Brian takes face off. Tomorrow's Ice comes up with it. There's a shot. It's well wide of the net. Luke lets it go. Bobby hands it up to Shane. Shane dumps it a little bit. That could be icing. Yep, it will be. So scores 3-1. We've got 10 shots to their 4 according to the shot counter. 11 minutes, 54 seconds left in the second period. And we'll come back close to our own net. But it happens. It happens. Can't predict everything in this game. That's what makes it interesting. Brian will take the face off. Hands back to Charlie. Right in front. Charlie loses an edge, goes down, and there's a penalty. Luke is heading out of the net already. Today's broadcast brought to you by coffee. It's what powers our lives. Not everyone, I suppose. Some people don't like coffee. But today's coffee brought to you by the Del Mar Snack Shop. Also sold delicious popcorn. If you're watching the game here at the rink, why would you be watching the stream? Actually, people tell me they will sometimes tune in even though they're here. Yeah. If you're ever at the Abington ice rink, I recommend the popcorn. It's a little salty, but it's like, movie theater popcorn. It just smelled so good. All right. Zach will take the face off. Mason. Mason? Yeah, Mason. What was Mason doing out there? Looks like he's playing up a little bit. All right. Charlie, slap shot. Goalie will catch and hold. We'll start that one again. Score 3-1. I just read the score. 11 minutes, 30 seconds. Well, you can probably actually see. You might even be able to see it on the screen. Depends if you're watching on a phone. It's a little small. Zach takes face off. He's gonna come up with his own possession. Hands it up to Charlie at the point. Charlie hands it back to Will. Minute 30 left on the power play. Charlie. Cross to Bobby. Bobby up to Mason. Mason whips it a little bit. It's going to come around. Will picks it up behind the net. Sends it around the boards. Oh, no, he doesn't. I thought he did. He sends it up to Charlie, who gets outsticked. You don't see that every day. They do a nice long pass and can't get around Bobby so easily. Charlie picks it up, centers it. Mason backhands it into neutral ice. Zach's slap shot wide of the net. He wasn't even really looking. He was trying to get the shot off faster, I think. Make it a little less expected. All right, that's no trip. That might be a tripping call on Bobby. The player went down. Bobby lost his stick. It was not intentional, I think. Charlie passes it off. Oh, and there it goes. Joey gets credit for the point, I believe. Charlie with the assist. I think it hit the post and then bounced off the back side of the goalie's leg into the net. I could see it looked like it was out in front of the net and then just gradually drift back. Interested to watch that one again a little bit. It's a nice play. Score's 4-1. Brody's face off. Tomorrow's Ice comes up with possession. They're doing a nice job passing it around. Lost an edge. Both teams should be back at full strength. Comes out to neutral ice. Greg will chase it. Does a nice little deke there. Hands it up. Past Spencer to Joey. Joey dumps it wide of the net into the corner. I'm not sure if he meant to try to keep it on net or if he just thought it looked better in the corner. Brody passes back up to Spencer. Spencer back to Brody. Brody loses it into the corner. Has to go chase after it. Tomorrow's Ice will get possession. They send it long, and it should be icing, which it is. And we'll have a slight break in play here. Ashburn's up 3 points, 4-1 on the scoreboard. 9 minutes, 36 seconds left in the second period. Done a pretty decent job controlling this game. These guys aren't pushovers by any stretch, but we have dominated for the most part. Landon took the face off. Paul came up with possession afterwards. Tomorrow's Ice tries to pass it up. I think it was Greg tried to turn it around. Landon right here in front of us. Hands it off to Paul. Paul, shot. Goalie punches it and covers it. And a little scuffle in front of the paint there. As Paul was looking for a rebound if the goalie lost it, I guess, or something. Ashburn does the line change here. I think the same players stayed out for Tomorrow's Ice. Brian took the face off. Kyle dumps it back behind the net. It's going to come back to him. Off a few skates there. Mason backhands it off the boards. Tomorrow's Ice sends it again. Mason will pick it up behind Luke's net, send it around to Jack. Jack taps it, lets Brian take it. Tim tries to send it back. That's Mason. Up to Brian. Mason again. Brian lost possession. It's going to come bouncing out here into rolling. Kyle swoops in, sticks it off Mason's skate as he's spinning around. Tim's got it. So they all head towards that puck. Tim shoots as he takes it in. The goalie sticked it away. It's going to come out to Kyle. Sends it in close to the goalie, and a little scramble there. I think goalie's got it. He's covered it. Brian was fighting to try and get away from him, get a shot off. This is either the group of sisters, the girls team. I'm not sure who this is gathering here. There's a lot of the girlfriends. I don't know. All right, scramble here. Hard to describe what even's going on. Joey and Will battling for it. Puck comes around. Abington got it. Zach sends it back the other direction. Will fight for it. Possession in the corner. Gets it away. Zach coming in from the other direction. Back to Will. Tries to get a shot off, or tries to pass it to Joey. Oh, such a scramble. Joey tries to pass it into the slot. There's a penalty on somebody. Who is heading to the bench? I couldn't even see who it was. Looks like one of the Abington players is heading to the bench. You can tell which one is throwing his hands up like, it wasn't me. What did I do, coach? I don't believe it. The visible protestations of innocence. All right. Penalty on number 3, I think was actually the last penalty on Abington was also against the same number. And Ashburn will have a power play. Shane took the face off. Hands it back to Spencer. Spencer up to Brody. Brody cross. Paul slap shot. I think it hit the post. Brody in the other corner tries to get back into the slot. Spencer slap shot deflects off somebody's stick, I think. Abington picks it up in the corner. Spencer will come out, neutralize, backhands it in. Shane taps it down into the air with the stick. Gets double teamed a little bit. Brody fighting for it. Spencer, shot from the point. Goalie deflects it, bounces into the corner. Comes up, hits the safety net, and play will stop. Greg will go chase the puck. Help that referee out. It's very kind of him. We'll restart back in the corner. Minute 21 left in the penalty kill. I'm sorry, in the power play. We're still up 3 points, 4-1. 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Whew, having trouble with reading numbers today. 6 minutes, 58 seconds. Just shy of 7 minutes left in the second period. Brian takes the face off. Tim's going to get possession. Oh, maybe not. He's battling for possession in the corner. Comes right through the paint. We don't have anybody there to capitalize at the time. Comes back to Brian, who's roughly up the point. Mason backhands it up to Kyle. Kyle lines up the shot. Deflect up off the goalie's outside of his glove over the net. Brian tried to get shot, and he kind of whiffed it, and they got possession. We're going to send it up. That was Kyle sent it up to Jack. He sent it around. It's going to come out past Tim. Brian battling for it on the other side. All right, Tim, shot. Wide net, hits the glass. Kyle's got it. Hands it back to Jack, I think. 95 and 59. Back and forth. Brian passes it up to, I'm not sure who he was trying to pass it up to. Kyle. Ka-chow! All right, 77. Brian drives it back the other direction. He got possession, but hands it up to Jack right here in front of us. Jack. Shot. Goalie. Blocker saves. Sends it up to the glass. Nice shot from Jack. Right up into the corner from pretty long distance. Number 4 tries to get past Bobby, who she had a lot of speed. I'm guessing it was she just based on the hair. Skating with great confidence, and Bobby just took it away. Like, I mean, she was skating like she knew exactly what was going to happen. And may not be a girl, it's hard to tell. Luke used to have the long hair. Zach took the face off. Puck comes skittering out where no one is. All right, Zach sends it back in. I think it might have been offsides, actually. Well, I guess it's not because they got possession. We did not. Zach battling for it. Comes back to Will. Will gets somebody he almost loses balance. Bobby tries to do a slap shot. It heads towards the net. Goalie will cover. His slap shot got somebody else. D got a stick on it in there. So it was not a lot of juice behind it as a result. Abington will do a line change. Most of our guys look like they're staying out. Both teams back at full strength. Roughly 5 minutes left to play in the second period. Goalie, save there. I think it was his stick save or blocker save, perhaps. Zach, 2-on-1, battling in the corner. Puck comes around. Will fighting for it on the other side. Now Zach's the one looking on, waiting for an opportunity. He's going to chase. It's not as much energy as I might have expected. Somebody lost a stick. That was an Abington player. I think Joey got a shot off there. All right. Abington's going to get it away. Nice breakaway with oops. And nice save, Luke. Pad save. They tried to backdoor, and those very long legs of that boy just stretched out. All right, Zach, cross to Charlie. Charlie taps up to Joey. Will skates through, takes a shot, wide of the net, hits the glass. That's Bobby coming in from the other side and working with Joey. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Bobby. It was Landon. Brody coming off the bench, backhands it into the corner. Landon trapped on the boards there. 2-on-2, fight in the corner for control of the puck. Charlie, looks like their whole mass of them are sort of fading all together. Charlie sends it the other direction. Brody crossed to Shane, got it in briefly. It has to come back out. Bobby sends it. It's going to be around the boards. Their goalie stops it behind his net, lets his player take it. Shane tries to get it away. Misjudges the distance a little bit, I think. Number 88, Woodson. Nice center. Luke will hold it. I'm not sure 88 had the angle to merely get it in the net, but it was either right through the paint or maybe there was the angle there if Luke hadn't stopped it, but he did. So Score's 4-1. Landon will take the face off. About 3 minutes left in the second. Spencer and Landon battling for it. Landon gets shoved into the boards, but he keeps control of the puck. Hands it up to Brody. Brody looking for the shot. Takes it, but goalie will catch it. Nice moves. It's in the right place and just took it. Took the shot. High in the corner. Just before the D got to him. So, good situational awareness. Brian takes the face off. Puck comes skittering out to no one, but Spencer comes across. Tries to pass it to Greg, but he sends it out of the zone. It's off by a few degrees. All right, Spencer's got it. Sends it back around. Greg will pick it up this time. He whiffs it, but keeps possession. Passes it up to Jack. Jack to Brian. Brian across to Tim. Tim, shot. Oh, it's wide of the net. Zach coming off the bench. Sends it to Jack, I think. Brian tried to get a stick on it. A lot of opportunities there, and there's a whistle with exactly 2 minutes left on the clock. I'm not sure what the penalty was. Penalty on number 3, again. Looked like he came right off the bench, so I wonder if it was too many men or something. One of these days I'll learn all those hand gestures. All right. After the face-off came around the boards, Mason penned up to Joey. Joey and Zach. Back to Mason. Mason back to Zach. Zach over to Joey. Back to Zach. Drop pass, except without as much juice on it. Mason sends it up, and Zach sends it around. We had to come off because it came out to neutral ice after that missed pass. Long across the ice. Mason will pick it up neutral. Waits for a second for his team to clear. Little spin move. Looking, pass to Zach. Zach misses the pass. The two of them didn't connect anyway. Joey centers it up to Will. It's bouncing. He can't get a stick on it. Kyle, back to Will. Will, crossed. Oh, again, the passes are not as crisp as they ought to be. Zach to Mason. Or is that Greg? Yep, Mason. Scramble. 1 minute remaining. Mason gets it right into the slot, but we don't have anybody there. Comes out. Kyle picks it up at the point, sends it across. Joey back across. Kyle will take it, and it's going to be offsides because Will was already in the zone too early. I think it was offsides. .45 seconds left in the power play. Landon will line up for the face-off. Skitters across. It's another 88 White. Got a stick on it. He's in the corner. Oh, it was nice. Shane got a nice centering pass right into the slot, but we couldn't keep possession. 88 White again on the other side. Drives it in, but has to get past Charlie. Charlie sends it up to Shane. Shane skates it in. Drop pass. Shot. Landon. And it's in. Score will be 5-1 with 18.6 seconds left in the second. And there were 18 seconds left in the power play, which is now over. And now a 4-point differential with just over 1 period left. Brian lines up with face-off. Tim and Jack out there on wings. Spencer and Greg on D. Brian just trying to use his size advantage. Just pushing on the guy. All right. It's they're trying to get it in. Just a little interesting little scramble there. All right, Brian's got it. With just a few seconds left, takes a shot, and I think there was like maybe 2 shots in there. Brian got one, and then there's a rebound, but neither went in. Time will run out in the second. Score is 5-1. We've taken 26 shots to their 6, according to the shot count. Parents doing the walk of shame. Back to watch the other side. Have any commentary on period 2?
Well, the pressure continues, and so do the goals. So it's nice to see. I like a lot more of the rotation in front of the net. Seem to be finding guys in the back door and moving to the right spot. So it's good. It's good.
It's working out. Can't argue with 4-point differential.
6 shots after 2 periods. I'll take that.
Yeah, for sure. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Rinks Wi-Fi. The Rinks Wi-Fi, conveniently provided by whoever runs this rink. Is this a municipal rink? How is this? Yeah. I think sometimes Luke gets a little bored out there. I think that was his comment last game, and he was just like, the shots that he let in. He's like, I was kind of, you get so bored, you're like kind of losing focus. When it's it's dramatically different. This is these guys are not pushovers, but. All right, Brian takes face off with Jack and Tim out there. It's going to come back. Spencer sends it up. Tries to. It's going to come back around, back behind Luke's net. Greg's there to pick it up. Greg will get some pressure, but gets it away. Turns it the other direction. Lofts it into Brian's back. Jack picks it up, backhands it into the zone. Tim in the corner, and Brian. Puck ends up behind the net with the white jersey on it. Jack keeping that pressure on. Hands it up. Brian spins around. Greg has to send it back in after it comes out. Getting it back to closer to center ice here. All right, that's Jack. Sends it to Brian, who's got a perfect opportunity for a shot. He sends it into the goalie's glove, who will catch it and hold. Zach takes a face-off, comes off the boards to bounces back out. Zach gets possession. He takes it right in front of the net, and the goalie will cover. Or tries to get in front of the net. And as he went by, the goalie covered it. We'll do that one again. Zach, spin move. Hands back to Mason. Mason up to Joey. Joey hesitates, sends it back to Jack behind the net, who gets kind of clobbered on the boards, and Joey comes in. So Zach and Joey both. White gets it away and gets possession. We will shift directions here. Mason, Zach from behind. Mason in front, Zach behind. Sends it around. That's Joey on the far side. He's going to flick it out of the zone, and will chase it, getting there in time. Some of his teammates changed out, I think. Landon can't quite get a stick on it, as he's got a little too much juice. 88 Woodson on the other side, backed up by number 3, Luke. Blocker save. Will bops the stick, and there's a deferred penalty. Interference on white, I believe. I saw Luke Chase running out of the net. So we will have another penalty kill. Again on number 3, according to the scoreboard. Now, maybe there's a problem with the scoreboard. Or they really just, all the penalties are on the same guy. I don't know. I can't see who went in the box from here. It's on the penalty box on the far side of the ice. Landon took the face-off, hands it off to Brody. Brody takes it into the zone. And into the corner, sends it around all the way around the boards. Charlie picks it up at the point, sends it up to Paul, who gets kind of double-teamed. Gets it through the slot, and we couldn't get a stick on it, despite the man advantage. Icing against White. And we can playable stop. We'll go back and try this one again. Third time's the charm. That's what they say. Landed on the face-off. Brody and Paul on wing. Comes to Brody's stick after the face-off. Paul's got it now. He sends it across. And right in front of the net, we couldn't get a stick on. Landon sent it back in. Goalie covered as Brody was trying to get it in. But decent goaltending there. Nothing too special. Personnel change. It's Brian out there with the face-off. It's going to come back out to Spencer. Spencer across to Greg. Greg looking for the shot. Flicks it wide of the net, but right through the paint. Spencer. They try to stick it away. Spencer got it. Tim tries to send it there. Defense gets a stick under him. He's still battling for it. He's going to send it around to the far corner. Brian will pick it up. Brian looking for a pass. Sends it across to Spencer. Spencer to Tim. Tim tries to get a shot off. I think it was a little bit wide there. Jack backhands it, and nobody's there to get it, so he has to go back and get it himself. Brian put it in. Just flicked it past the goalie like it wasn't there. I gotta pay attention to the camera angles here. Oh, the gimbal's off. Why did that happen? Let's see if it turn the gimbal. I'm sorry, I'm busy watching the game, and the gimbal has turned itself off. All right, now it's back on. I guess I think I may have hit the button with my hand. All right. I'll let the thing slide down in my hand until the web of my thumb was hitting the power button. All right. Sorry for that. Fortunately, it's pretty well balanced, so it's still pointed vaguely in the right direction. Hopefully you can still see. I don't know how long it was off. All right, Zach battling for it. Has to get off. Will was still in the zone. Oh, I'm going to change it to the right mode now. Here we go. All right, we got a whistle. $11:11 left in the clock, third period. Len will take the face off. Brody and Paul. Bobby and Charlie out there. Bobby got it after the face-off, hands it off to Charlie. Charlie taps it in. Tomorrow's Ice gets it. Bobby flicks it back the other direction. Landon tries to take it in. He gets almost trips. Brody putting some pressure on the corner as we fight for it. That's a scramble with Brody and Landon, both there back behind the net. Two of the white players all wrestling for possession. Tomorrow's Ice comes up with it. Paul sticks it away and then collides with the player. They're going to get it out anyway, but Landon, I think, maybe coming off the bench, or maybe he was just there, or he was heading to the bench, Yeah, Landon was heading to the bench and turned around to stop to play the puck as it came past him. Bobby sends it up to Paul. Paul is going to drive it in. Hesitates because he could see that Brian was out in the zone. I think Jack got a shot off there. Goalie deflects it. Jack picks up his own rebound in the corner. Tomorrow's ice. Long cross. Bobby crashes in and gets the puck away, but their teammate, there's going to be a shot, and it deflected. Looking like, what the hell just happened? Score will be 6-2, and Luke will have a worse save percentage. It's 8 shots. He let 2 of them in. Don't know. Looked like it deflected right off the corner of his pad. He got like a toe on it. I could hear it hit the pad, and it went in anyway. So he either went skated under his pad or off the tip of his toes. Score is 6-2. 9 minutes 52 seconds left in the third period. Brian will take the face off Jack and Tim out there with him. I should have known that. Spencer gets the face off and takes it in, sends it in off the post, bounces up way high. Tomorrow's ice battling. Tim gets a stick on it, stops him up. They send it vaguely towards Luke's net, but he tried to stick it away, but he couldn't even reach it. All right, we got it out to neutral ice. Sends it back in. Spencer around the rail up to Brian. Brian skates it in himself and then drops it to Tim. Tim passes it, tries to send it back to Brian. This comes around the boards to Jack. Jack's 3-on-1, a teammate. Tim comes in to help from the other side. 2-on-2 there. Scramble. It's going to come out. And Tim, nice centering. Brian, tries to get, and there was like a shot or two there. I think there was like 2 shots. Brian got one. Goalie stopped it. Second one, goalie covered it. Either way, scramble right there in the paint. Did not go in. Score is still 6-2. 8 minutes, 47 seconds left in the third period. Zach takes face off. Shane got a stick on it. Joey's in there. White. Zach picks it up, hands it off to Mason. Mason long up to Shane. Just taps it back to Zach, who tries to take a shot wide of the net. Joey will have to pick it up. Zach swooping in. Once Joey got off the boards. Kyle fighting mightily to keep it in. Eventually came out. He sent it back in, though. All right, comes bouncing out. Kyle will have to go chase it in neutral ice. He gets there first, gets possession, skates it right through Luke's paint. That always annoys him, but it's all right. There was no real threat. Until you make a mistake. Puck hopped up high in the air off of Kyle's stick. He's looking around wildly where to go? And then landed on the bench. This play will stop. 2-6, we've got a 4-point advantage. 7 minutes, 58 seconds left in the third period. 31 shots to 8 on the counter. All right, it's Brody and Bobby. I think Bobby held it on the boards. Brody got a stick in, flicked it up. Tomorrow's ice. Tries to get it out. They have to get past Charlie. Charlie backhands it to Paul. Paul passes it up to Brody. Brody, where Charlie was a second ago, sends it bouncing across to Bobby. He's looking for a teammate. Sends it around the boards to Charlie. Charlie tries to hand it up to Landon, but I don't think it worked the way he wanted. He's battling for it. They're all bunched up there. Charlie and Landon battling for it. Get possession. Nice long pass up to Brody. Brody can't get possession, but Bobby's right behind him, and he just lets Bobby take it. The two of them take it in. Bobby tries to get a shot off. The goalie covered it. I think it was under his pads. All right, we will restart. I think both teams changed out some personnel. Brian on the faceoff, Tim and Jack. Tim comes up with puck, sends it back behind the net. Tomorrow's Ice gets it out to neutral ice. Spencer and Greg on D. Tim got it away and let Spencer take it. He's going to send it around. Oh, he tried to send it around. That's going to come back to Tim. Tim off the boards, flicks it up into center ice. Brian will try to engage. Tim trips over. Tomorrow's Ice player falls. Tim trips over him. Tomorrow's Ice has got it. Jack puts the pressure on. Number 20 on their team goes down. Greg with possession. Skates in, single-handedly tries to get past a bunch of people. It didn't quite work. He got in fine. All right, and that's going to be icing. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left in this third period. Ashburn's up 6-2. Consideration for today's game provided by NyQuil. No, actually Dayquil. Dayquil has kept me going all week. I've been sick. But usually by the time that Dayquil kicks in, I'm feeling a lot better. The chest congestion. Coughing and chest congestion. Wake up with headaches. I thought I wouldn't be able to make it through the game. I was killing you all by coughing into the mic, but this is like the good time of the day. Mornings and evenings usually are bad. All right, that's a shot for Shane. Goalie knocks it away and then falls down. Zach and, I don't know, that's a Will, I think, in the corner there battling for possession. Looked a little ugly. Almost surprised there was no whistle on that one. Comes out, Mason stops it at neutral ice. Shane takes it, nice pass to Zach. Zach's looking for the shot. Can't quite get the, all right, Will, Zach takes the shot, goalie, pad save. It's going to come back out into neutral ice. Kyle sends it back the other direction. All right, can't get it through, keeps hitting the players. They're standing in his way. Damn them. All right. White backhands it behind their own net. Shane coming in from the side. Puck skitters out to the corner. They couldn't see where it went. Too busy watching each other. Mason gets it, stops at the point. Tries to do something, but it just, I think Will was in the right, actually, was that Will or Shane is just in the right place? Must have been, well, the two of them are both out there. A lot of scrambling there. That's Landon coming off the bench. Gets possession, tries to get a shot off. The goalie will catch and hold. The officials will whistle that one dead. I think the net came off, as well as the goalie trapped it, as far as I could tell. Lynn took the face off. It comes out to came out to Paul, who couldn't keep possession of it. Shot, and Luke tried to do something, but I think it was just wide after all. He tries to stick it away. He's like scrambling there. Landon tries to get a stick on it. Bobby gets it away. Nice job, Bobby. Fights the puck to the corner. Landon behind the net. A little scramble here. Luke's going to have to actually wake up. Landon and Charlie battling in the corner, trying to get that puck away clean. Hand it up to the point where they shoot way over Luke's net. He's like reaching, like I can see him reach, like, should I try and catch that? Nope. Couldn't even begin to catch it. All right, we're going to send some to the bench while White screws around in their backfield. Brian coming in off the bench, fresh legs. And Jack. Paul from behind. Spencer up to Charlie. Charlie gets it sticked away as he goes into the zone. And he's going to head to the bench. Brian coming in from behind. Spencer hard off the glass here. Made me blink. Tim coming in. Can't get the shot off. Hands it up to Brian. And it's in. I think Brian with the point. Tim with the assist. Score will be 7-2 with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third period. Brian takes face off. Spencer, hard off the boards into the zone. Lets White take it. White off the boards, hands it back to Greg. He has to chase it, doesn't quite get control when he should have. That's all right. It works out. Sends it off to Spencer. Spencer off the boards up to Brian, who'll get out to neutral ice. White sends it back. Jack tries to get in Brian's way. And between the two of them, they'll let White get it. That's all right. White's going to miss the pass. It's going to send long. Greg's waiting to hear if there's an icing whistle there. Of course, there's not because it was not passed. Sends it right through Luke's paint. That always annoys Luke. Up to Tim. And all right, there's Greg battling for it. We got it out briefly, but couldn't keep it out. Greg is looking for a pass behind the net. Sends it around to Tim. Tim hands it up to Brian. Brian dumps it, and he will head to the bench. Tim stays out. Puts him to keep the pressure up. He'll head to the bench eventually. Zach and Shane stay out. Zach passes up to Shane, who gets a shot off. He's like single-handedly there, but goalie kicked it wide. White's going to get it. They're going to have to get past Mason and Kyle. They get around Mason. And Shane, from the other hand, just nice clean hit. Hands it up. Joey's going to race to go get it. All right. Zach from the other side got it into the slot. Shane tried to get a shot off. Oh, and I think it's no point. Goalie covered it. Hard to even describe what happened there. I don't think my brain was having trouble keeping up. It's a fast-paced game, this hockey. Zach takes face-off. Joey briefly has stick on it, but White's going to come up with possession. Bobby sticks it away from him, but bounce off the boards and they get it back. There's a shot there. Charlie tried to get it away. Luke had a save in there somewhere. They pass it up to Joey. Joey tries to send it across to Zach, but White gets in the way, takes it away from him. Can use those passes cleaner. Charlie, long cross to Joey. Nice hockey sense. Knowing Joey was still there. Bobby. Oh! Bobby tried to get a shot off, and White just got in there. Charlie races back to provide some defense. Luke, pad save. Puck bounces away. Long pass up to Joey again. Joey hanging back. Comes across. White's got clear advantage. Comes skittering back. Greg will have possession with about 12 seconds left. Just going to send it around. Paul scrambles. All he has to do is just kind of hold on to it, let the clock run out. He's going to flick it up into neutral ice, and they all know they're beat. And that will be it with 7-2 final score. 39 shots to their 9. Commanding win by Ashburn against a decent opponent, I guess. They're Their goalie tripped over the red line as they try to shake hands. Promotional consideration given for our team manager. This game is brought to you by the team manager, who has lined up all these games and done a great job here. We'll see y'all tomorrow. They've got another game, and we'll plan on broadcasting that one as well. I'll send the link out, same as usual. Subscribe to the channel if you just want to get the notifications there. It's probably the easiest way. I do try to schedule them in advance and send the link out, but I only got one channel, and since it looks like I'm going to stick with YouTube for the time being, that's probably the easiest thing if you're looking for it. And thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.